Ever wonder what's really going on behind the scenes of a creative project? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the YouTube channel Noobsellingoptions and decode the surprisingly strategic psychology that makes it tick. This isn't just about making videos, not at all. It's a playbook for building a powerful system for growth. So let me ask you this. What about your side hustle? That thing you pour your evenings into. What if it's more than just a passion project? What if it's actually a highly engineered tool, one designed for learning, discipline, and even building wealth? Let's dig in and see how.
Okay, let's start where it all begins. Part 1, the internal game. This is all about the personal drivers, the deep down motives that lay the foundation for this entire operation.
And we're not talking about just reading a book or watching a tutorial. The real engine behind creating this channel is a well-known psychological principle that basically forces you to become an expert.
It's called the protege effect, and it makes so much sense when you think about it. To teach something really complex like options trading or AI, you can't just kind of know it. You have to break it down, make it simple. And in that process, you instantly find all the little gaps in your own knowledge. It's like the ultimate study hack.
And here's what that looks like in the real world. You start with your research, of course, but then step 2 is the magic part. You have to simplify it for a video. That act of simplifying, of making it easy for someone else to understand, is what actually forges true expertise. It builds this rock-solid confidence in your own plans.
But as awesome as the protege effect is, it's not the only thing driving the train. There's another, much more basic motivation happening here. The pure, simple joy of just making stuff.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's that builder's mindset. This isn't a chore. The creator is doing this because they get a genuine kick out of messing with AI tools like NotebookLM, pushing buttons, and seeing what happens. It's basically technological playtime. And this connects to something much bigger. I mean, if you're investing your hard-earned money in the AI boom, what better way to truly understand your investment than to actually use the technology? You stop being just a passive investor and you become an active participant in the very revolution you're betting on. Okay, so we've got the internal fire burning. Let's move on to part 2, building your guardrails. This is where it gets really smart because it's all about creating external systems that keep you disciplined.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question for anyone who invests, right? The market is just a giant machine of emotions: fear, greed, and the biggest one of all, FOMO. So how do you protect your smart, long-term plan from your own emotional, short-term impulses?
Well, you use something called a Ulysses Pact. It's named after the Greek hero who literally tied himself to a ship's mast so he couldn't steer it into the rocks when he heard the siren's song. It's a deal you make with your rational self now to stop your future irrational self from doing something stupid. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got the emotional chase. That's FOMO. That's jumping on whatever's hot. On the other, the Ulysses Pact. By publicly committing to a plan, in this case the AI Fortress portfolio, you create this incredible external pressure to stick with it. And this is the absolute genius of it. The YouTube channel is the Ulysses Pact. It's the public commitment. It's the psychological guardrail. Think about it. If you suddenly get the urge to chase a meme stock, you'd have to explain that to your whole audience. It's a system that's literally designed to keep you honest.
And on top of that, you're not going it alone. This brings in another huge motivator. Investing can be a pretty lonely journey, but sharing it like this helps you find your tribe. You get encouragement, you share knowledge. It creates this amazing positive feedback loop and another layer of accountability.
All right, let's bring this all home with the final act, part 3, the wealth flywheel. This is where we tie everything together, the internal passions and the external guardrails, to show how they create a self-powering engine for building wealth. So all of that intellectual work, the research, the planning, the learning, it doesn't just evaporate. It gets packaged up into a durable digital asset, the videos themselves, and that asset can actually start to generate its own return. Which brings us to our 5th and final motive, good old extrinsic motivation, money. That first dollar from YouTube ads, it might seem small, but the strategy is what's key here. Every single dollar that channel earns isn't for going out to dinner. It's a brand new stream of capital that gets deployed right back into the investment portfolio. And here it is, the whole shebang, the full flywheel. You start with learning and creating, which is driven by passion. That public creation process builds your discipline in your community. That, in turn, generates revenue. You take that revenue and reinvest it into your core assets, which just accelerates the whole system's growth. Each part feeds the next. It's just a beautiful, self-sustaining strategy.
So, when you look at all this, it really leaves you with one big question. This isn't just about a YouTube channel, right? It's a blueprint for turning any passion project into a strategic engine for your own personal and financial growth. So it really makes you wonder, what flywheel are you building?